GRAVCast 5. 5 Fast, 5 Furious, boys. What's up?
What's going on?
What up, boys? Right after Christmas. How was the holidays? How was the Christmas for everybody?
Good. My Christmas, all right, woke up, baby girl opened her presents. I went to work for like 10 hours.
Word?
What's that?
Word?
Yeah.
You worked right. Oh, man.
Yeah, it was all right. What made it nice is somebody told me, thank you for working today.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's what paid it all back. It was like, you're doing the Lord's work right now.
Yeah. I mean, time to have pay. You can't beat that,
Do you want... So you have a kid. You have a kid out of the three of us. Does your kid watch, like, those Christmas classics still? Like, the fucking, like, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Year Without a Santa Claus and whatnot? Does she watch those?
Oh, absolutely. We're really on top of it with that, actually. Like, we like...
Oh, like, you're just, like, you're fucking watching it. Cool. I was, like, wondering, I'm like, how much longer are those gonna, like, make their run, like, those Rankin Bass cartoons? Like, because, like, we obviously, like, watch it. We know it. We, like, could fucking reenact the entire, like, scenes to it. Like, us and our entire generation of, like, children that celebrate Christmas. But, like, when are people just going to be like, or when are the kids just going to be like, it's not on YouTube, so, like, we don't know what that is, really. You know what I mean? Like, when's that going to happen?
I feel like eventually that'll cycle out, but, like, I feel like it really comes back when, like, with these new parents, like, all the new parents, they want to go and show their kids, this is part of what I had growing up. So, like, you got to remember, like, that's going to stick around for a pretty long time. Like,
I personally hope all those movies stick around for a long time, but god damn it, can we get rid of fucking Miracle on 31st Street already? Can we?
I don't really even watch that one, to be quite honest. So it's like, in my world, it's kind of like I did. Like, but it's like, yeah, I get it. It's like, I don't know.
Happened with Miracle on 31st.
I don't like it.
Wooly doesn't like anything that other people like, so it's understandable. But, like, I get the fucking, what's your beef with Miracle on 31st, if you have any, like, specific choice on it?
Yeah,
wait, I think honestly, I'm thinking of the wrong movie here. That movie's actually really good.
Oh, fuck.
That's the one with the Santa, right?
Yes, that's the one with the what's it called? Gimbals, I believe it is.
Yeah,
like
and it's like the Macy's and all that.
Yeah, right.
I'm thinking of It's a Wonderful Life. Can we get rid of that fucking movie?
Oh, wow. That is a fucking hot... You just rocked the boat a bit. Holy shit. Because
I already watched it, but I don't remember it.
Gabriella's family...
I always mix up the titles. I don't know why.
They love it. So it's like, this is like actually hot. I don't think it's that bad of a movie. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't really mind Jimmy Stewart, Mr. Smith. Like, shout out to him. But it's like, what's your beef with It's a Wonderful Life?
It's just like they play it every Christmas, and it's just like not good.
Yeah, so many times.
It's like it's put in like a position with like a bunch of other like big good movies, like Christmas movies, and it's just like doesn't fit.
What are we rocking now? Claus Coming to Town? Like, do you guys like?
In 10 years, what are they gonna be playing? Like Deck the Halls and shit? Like, come on now.
Uh-oh, Jordan chunked out.
Jordan.
He'll be back. I'm sure he'll be back. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Fucking, what's like one of your favorite Christmas movies, you would say? Like, what are ones like, I feel like there's not a lot. I got in this discussion with my brother. I love the Jim Carrey Grinch. I think that's an amazing fucking movie, especially like the Ron Howard director's cut that like you didn't see, that they always air now, like all the time, like the extra scenes you don't remember when you were a kid.
I had the DVD, which I think had that.
Yes. So my brother was like, that's a horrible movie. I can't believe you even like that movie. I'm like, that's like one of the best. Like, that's such a good performance. That's probably like...
That was an amazing Christmas movie, yes.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
I don't think that there's no dispute. Jordan's back, all right?
Jordan's back.
So Jordan, fill him in with that. Like,
yeah.
What he
I discussed with my brother, we're speaking about Christmas movies, and I mentioned that Jim Carrey's The Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, one of the best Christmas movies. So funny. I feel like you can appreciate that movie from like any age. At any age, you can really appreciate that movie, and I think that's what holds a good Christmas movie, personally.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. I like that movie. I like it a lot, and I agree it's a great movie. But I've tried showing Jordan it, and she was scared.
Oh, I can see why. Dude, wait, actually, that's very funny you say that. There's like, this year, I noticed in particular, there was like a TikTok thing amongst parents where like the dad would dress up like the Grinch and pretend to steal Christmas. And like, it was very common, but all the kids were fucking horrified.
Really?
Like, it was just all videos of like 6 kids on the couch, just like all crying, like, because the Grinch. Christmas, and then but, no, there was another one that like there's this really eccentric dad where he came in and like did like a roll into the room, and like all the kids tried to like kick his ass, like, because they thought he was Christmas. So like the one kid like jumped off the couch, like tried to like do like an elbow on him, and like my daughter like tried to tackle him.
It's a great movie. I have to say, it's great.
No,
wow. No, it is. It's just
my brother said.
Did you know Jim Carrey had to get 6 hours of paint and like stuff put on his body every day, twice a day? So 12 hours a day of body makeup and fucking like all that shit.
Dude, like,
that's dedication right there. That's dedication.
12 hours a day he had to sit still and just get like treated with like green stuff like all over him.
But who else would be the Grinch, though? You know what I mean? Have you ever tried, like, swap, like, roll, like, picture this, like, imagine, like, Tim Allen as the Grinch, you know what I mean? And Jim Carrey as Santa Claus. Like,
oh, God.
Yeah, it would be like, I feel like that would be a good Santa Claus, Jim Carrey.
The Grinch would just be grunting all the time. He would just be like, whoa, 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 whoa.
The Grinch would just be kind of an asshole, you know what I mean? He's like kind of passive aggressive. Like,
I love to fucking see that shit.
Oh man, Wooly, how was your Christmas? We just like went on a tangent there.
Oh, it was good. It was good. Family came over, just chilled. You know.
Yeah, amaretto and coffees. That happened.
No, not this year. This year, no.
I went to your Christmas once, and like we had an amaretto and coffee. So in my head, I'm like, oh, they just do that every year. But you know,
that's very good. The best food was probably in my opinion, the antipasta from this place Zano's in Waretown.
Are you anti-pasta or for pasta?
I'm antipasta, man.
Of course, hell yeah.
So no penne vodka?
No, I eat pasta. I'm just like I'm on the side of anti-pasta.
I did have penne vodka, Jordan. Just to like, just shoehorn that in there.
All right, very nice, very nice. Penne vodka, you can't go wrong with that.
No, hell no. You can't go wrong. Do you ever have like the drunken grandma pie, dude? Did you ever try that out? It's like vodka sauce with like fresh mozzarella melted on like a square pie. It's so fucking good, dude. Oh my god. Like, this place Annabelle's up the street makes the best one, and like, me and Gabriella can like eat a fucking straight up pie. That's like 9 pieces. I can eat like 5 sheets 4, and I'm just like, I'm so full by the end of it, but I'm so satisfied.
That sounds just so delicious, bro. What?
It's so good. Yeah. I don't know if down there you can find that. You might have to find a pizzeria and be like a drunken grandma pie, and they're like, oh, get the fuck out of here. Imagine.
That's funny you say that, because I went to the beach actually. I like 60 miles and fucking went to Coco, and that shit was so fire. They had pizzerias there, and like it's hard to find pizza like in New Jersey, because down here it's not the same.
Like, what's like the common pizza chain down there, like Domino's, Pizza Hut, shit like that? Like,
yeah, I see a lot of Domino's. I'm by a lot of Domino's, and also it's like a really condensed area, but so like there's Domino's, and like they got Papa John's, Pizza Hut, surprisingly.
Do you fuck with the John's? Do you get that?
No, I do not fuck with the Papa John's.
Yo, so you wouldn't get a Papadilla and a 2-liter Coke for just $8.99 at Papa John's? You're telling me
you get what you pay for, my dog.
I didn't know these podcasts were sponsored now, Kieran.
Yeah, but just by the Papa John's Papadilla with 2-liter Coke, 8 for $9.99 deal. That's the only. We're not even sponsored by Papa John's Foley. We're just sponsored by the Papadilla. Like,
The Papadilla is its own entity.
hell yeah.
Its own copyright and endorsements.
I just want to like circle back to like us talking about Christmas movies just before.
Yeah,
Christmas Story is my favorite. All time.
Absolutely, 100%, like without a doubt. But I fucking had this idea recently where like, all right, and bear with me here because it could be like a lot of like walking down the park. What if you know the song the movie Year Without a Santa Claus, the one where Santa gets sick and then he's just like, I guess I just can't go out this year. You know that one?
No, I'm glad I don't either. That sounds terrible.
You don't know the Year Without a Santa Claus? Like that's a fucking. It has the heat miser and the snow miser in it. That's the one with that one in it. If you can recall those characters, the one that like makes like the heat and the other one that like makes it snow all the time.
Oh, I never saw that.
You know, Jordan? Do you know what I'm talking about?
bro, you already know. I don't know half of the movie.
Like, fuck, guys. All right, so. All right, there's this movie, A Year Without a Santa Claus. Check it out. It's like a stop motion, very similar to Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, of that genre. So it starts off, Santa Claus is like very sick, and it's ironic because like there's COVID times. It could be relevant to pandemic too, because that's like happening now. He has like the flu or something, and he's like, I just don't know if I can make it around the world. So, like, all the fun, so, like, he sells that to Mrs. Claus. That's how the movie starts off. And then they just go, it may be a year without a Santa Claus. Like, a chorus of kids singing that. Like,
bro, that sounds like a shit. If I'm a fucking producer, like, if I'm a movie executive, like, at, like, some studio, and someone pitched that to me, I'd be like, get the fuck out of my office. A year without a Santa Claus? Get the fuck.
Here's the thing, though.
I want you to come in with a movie that's called A Year with Two Santa Claus. A Year with Three Santa Claus.
There was a year without, but listen to me. Listen, you got to hear me out. You have to hear me out for the rest of the plot. So essentially, like in the original movie, Santa's sick because there's like not enough belief in him. Like the Christmas spirit's going away, and that's what's making him sick. So these two elves, Jingle and Tingle, who look like two fucking stoners, like essentially, which is the best part, have to go with like one of the random reindeer, and they go and like try to bring the Christmas spirit to town. And they meet these characters, the Heat and Snow Miser, they meet a little red-haired kid. I don't know why there's always red-haired people in these cartoons. Like, there must have been, like, some relevance to that. But, like, they find him, and he is, like, doesn't believe anymore. But they turn his persuasion again. I want to make an adult version of that movie where instead of maybe Santa doesn't get sick, instead of Santa getting sick, he's just, like, you know, like any type of job where he's done for the entire eternity. He's just, like, fuck this. Like, I just, like, don't want to do this anymore. Run the world the entire night, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, I'm done. And he has to find his replacement of Santa Claus. So he sends these two elves out to find, like, this random kid, like, maybe some random, like, you know, like, kid that's just, like, out, like, running grabs in the woods, you know, like, like, breaking stuff. He's a 16-year-old kid. And they have to turn him and make him into a Santa Claus, essentially.
That's a good plot. I would watch that. I would fucking watch
I want to make more of an adult version. You guys, I can't believe you guys haven't. If you guys saw the movie, you guys, I know I sound like an asshole saying that. If you guys saw the movie, you get what I'm saying more. But, like, you guys actually, I can't believe you haven't seen this one. This is like a staple in my childhood, honestly.
I'm going to have to watch it then. You know what? I'm watching it tonight. We're still doing, like I say, you know, we're on top of our shit with Christmas movies. And which movie is this?
A Year Without a Santa Claus.
All right, yeah, I'll watch it tonight.
But here's the twist in the end. Santa gets better and he goes around the world.
Oh, well, now why am I supposed to watch it? Really? Just out here spoiling the damn movie. No spoiler alert. Someone's going to watch this and be like, what the fuck?
I can't. I feel like most people.
How do you know that movie's not going to have that dark ending, you know?
No, I mean, imagine they did though. They just like fucking killed Santa Claus. Like, Mrs. Claus pull the plug on him or something at the very end of the movie.
It ends up being like Titanic at the end, you know?
We're just like, I'm just like, I don't think I believe in Santa Claus anymore. He's dead. So.
Like, Mrs. Claus is like, I'm never letting go, and Santa Claus is like, oh.
My favorite was the National Lampoons.
That would subvert expectations. That's what everyone wants to do these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's my first resort.
That's your first. What's it called? Christmas Vacation.
Yes, sir.
That's a good one. That's a family classic. I actually have a mug, like a beer mug of National Lampoons or something in there. Chevy Chase. Every time I take
you gotta have the merch. You gotta have the merch.
Because whenever we got a drink, I take a little bit of Chase. That's usually my joke that I say with that. Chevy Chase, the Chevy Chase cup. You know,
fucking classics.
All the not good. It's not a good joke. It's not meant to be a good one. Oh,
How
man.
was your Christmas? How was yours?
My Christmas, you know, I hung out with family. There was no Red Hot Chili Peppers dilemma at all. We left that at Thanksgiving. We moved on from that, and we had a very Merry Christmas between all of us. Saw the niece and nephews. Like seeing them enjoy Christmas at that age, like they're opening gifts, kind of like reminds you of like when you were that age. Like, it's like sick, you know, personified with that.
That's the best feeling.
Yeah, 100%. You know, you just hang out, and it's just like me drinking a lot of beer with my family. My family being like, Kieran's drinking a lot of beer right now.
See, that's the thing it's weird with a group of like all adults with my family.
Yeah, right, yeah.
There's really like no young kids in like our immediate family that would like get together for like Christmas. So it's very weird, like the gift giving. It's like, oh, you want to do the gifts now?
Yeah,
there's no like hiding anything. It's just like,
yeah, half of them like
stuff's not even wrapped. It's just like clearly like a TV or something.
Yeah, the bow on it.
That's the fucking
like you just get like a thing of like cigars, but like
no kid Christmas, it works. It's cool.
It is. Yeah, you're like, oh, nice. Like you're just like, oh, cool. Or it's just like, you know, like it's just from your parents and they like gave it to you like a week early because they're just like, we didn't know what to do with it yet. You know what I mean? Like, something like that. So
I remember I bought a TV for my girlfriend, and it was so obvious that it was a TV, but I was like, it could be a TV. It could not. It could be something else.
You should have gotten her like you should have gotten
table.
a mini trampoline. How like that? You know what I mean? Like one of those like ones. Then that would really throw her for a loop. Then she'd be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I was like, it could be something tiny in a big box.
Right. So what my girlfriend's Gabrielle's stepdad does this. He like will take something small and like put it in a big box and take something big and like condense it like a shirt and put it in a really small box. So he throws you for like loops. Like he gave me like so he gave me something like this big, but it was just like a shirt that was like folded really finely at the end. I was like, oh shit. I was like, it's actually pretty chill. I'm like, oh, it's actually pretty cool. Like it's like nice because you're like not expecting it at all. So
that's so
like
cool.
You know,
that's the best. Like when like. Because, like, you know when it's a shirt. You know when it's a fucking, like, game. Like, think about the worst when you're waiting to get your fucking game for Christmas. And fucking, like, you know it's the game right there. But, like, you gotta pretend like you don't know it's the fucking game. Like, shit like that. Like, you know, like, I know I asked for it for Christmas. I know what this is here.
That's like the 15-year-old. That's like from when you're, like, I'd say 11 years old to like 17.
That was the worst.
Yeah.
When everyone's still kind of making it like you're getting it from Santa for some reason. You're like, look, I'm 14.
Bro, speaking about getting games for...
I mean, no one really did that at that point, but you know what I mean? They still are like, you got to follow the...
Yeah. Speaking about getting games for Christmas, I remember this one Christmas, my brother, it was first year back from college, and it's when Grand Theft Auto Vice City came out, actually, for PS2. So I got him a copy. My mom got him a copy, and my aunt got, and like nobody communicated. It was just funny because like obviously I didn't get that. My dad was like, "Oh, just like get him Grand Theft Auto Vice City," you know what I mean, and didn't talk to my mom. So like my brother got 3 copies of Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Honestly,
Like, they let you buy that game at that age?
well, no, I was like with my dad. I was like, no, he's gonna want that because I knew that was like a popular game. But it's like obviously I was really young because like I remember at the time that was like, oh no, that was like the worst like thing ever. Like that. Like if like a kid like that, like kids could absolutely not play Grand Theft Auto. Like and like
never allowed to play it.
Now I feel like that's like every kid probably plays GTA. You know what I mean? Like because they have online, you definitely hear really young kids playing that.
Bro,
I was never allowed to have the game.
Yeah,
I played it so much. Like back then, when you found out a kid actually got their parents to get them GTA, like everyone was just at their house.
yeah. 100%.
Like
That's actually
everyone would just be there, like we're beating up hookers. It's like, but it's like a bunch of 8-year-old kids who are just like, of course they want to play the game that's extremely fucked up.
And then you go home, and then your mom's just like, Alex, what are you doing? You're just like, oh no, we're at James's house. We're just you're just like you have to lie on the spot because you can't say you're playing GTA. Obviously, we're just
playing like NCAA 20 or NCAA 04.
Yeah, or you're just like, we're just hanging out. God, you know what I mean? You just stomp to your room, like.
But at that kid's house, the kid who has the game is always the kid that's like goes upstairs is like, yo ho, make me some sandwiches. And it's like his mom.
Meatloaf. They just rip it with that. Yeah,
he's just like talking like the game. He goes up there.
Yeah, I remember playing video games at friends' house. That shit's fucking crazy.
He's the kid that's like, yo, he's like, yo, do you guys really want to like go beat somebody up on the street?
Let's go steal a car.
Like, yo, just like take my dad's car and just like drive on the sidewalk, right?
I could do it. I can get the keys. I can reach now.
Remember that was like people always shoehorn that argument all the time as like why kids are violent, but I'm like, I feel like I never knew a kid that like played really like we all played really violent video games. Our cartoons were like pretty grotesque and violent growing up. You know, I never really
video games in the early 2000s were just trying to be the most fucked up thing possible.
Oh,
yeah, for like a joke.
The Punisher.
But
and Rockstar was the king of this.
Yeah.
Bro. Oh my fucking god!
Like they had a game just called Bully, where you just bully kids.
You went on a bully kick recently, didn't you? Like, weren't you playing that game?
Yeah, I play that game probably once every 2 years. It's actually a really good fall Christmas game kind of to play because it actually takes place like start of the school year through Halloween and then like Christmas.
Christmas, like end of the game.
And then the end of the game is actually summer. And then you get to do whatever you want.
So it's like a free-for-all kind of, like just open fucking world.
At the end of the game, you just go dick around, do like races and stuff.
Yeah, just beat a kid's ass like whenever you want to.
Yeah, absolutely. You can like hit a cop in the nuts, you know. Like,
it was like the same concept as GTA, right? Because it was like open world.
But it was just kids.
Yeah,
it's sort of like you're in a private school, but you just sort of fuck with everybody. You're just a piece of
hilarious.
Yeah, but you have like you kind of look like Bobby Hill, right? Like, isn't that?
Yeah, you really.
Yeah,
do.
but
what from
some of the characters are really sketchy too. Like the gym teacher, like fucking is like at like trying to sell you like porno tapes.
What? He's like, kid, you've been in my health class before. Why don't you check out these Wambleys? Yeah.
Like, they're like teachers that are like alcoholics that are like, you gotta give me some booze.
But it's like that's just like ahead of our time, you know? Like if you think about it. How many teachers do you think we had that were just like absolutely like, you know, getting fucked up all the time? Because we went to a high school where our teachers were young as fuck, dude. Like, dude, they were definitely like partying and like coming in hungover and shit. Like, and we just like didn't like have the realization.
didn't give
weren't there.
Nah, we knew sometimes.
Yeah, we
I
definitely.
did. Not
There's-
like as a young kid.
Y'all
Yeah.
had the wrong grade.
And you're like 5 years old, your teacher's just like, ah.
And then just like a bunch of 5-year-olds are just screaming. No, I'm talking about when we were in high school and like, you know, we were just like, yo, do you think they like party? And we're like, nah, no way. They're like responsible adults. But really, they're just like going to the bar, just like ripping shots, like maybe doing a little cocaine in the bathroom and stuff like that. And
Gym
shit.
teachers, I'd always seem very fucked up, I'd say.
Oh,
Bro,
my
when y'all
definitely.
graduated,
Like
Was
in the
it-
morning, like, because I had first period gym the one year, and I remember going in there, and they'd all just be like,
Yo, the gym teachers definitely partied, like for sure, because they're like, all right, we can like drink some water, like dodgeball this hangover off a little bit, you know, maybe we can, you know what I mean?
it's a fun job. I mean, you have to teach health class for a couple periods. That's probably where you got to pull it together. You're like, all right, I got to tell these kids, like, not to smoke.
So this is the dog. I mean, the pee. You're just like, so you see it there. It's like a little.
That was always the thing. People don't give gym teachers credit. In our school, they also had to teach health class. So they had a couple periods where they had to really like pull it together if they were hungover.
You know, it was weird. Remember, like there was like, you didn't have gym the whole market period. It was just health class, and that was like so shitty. Like, why couldn't we just do it like once a week? You know what I mean? Like, why couldn't you do that? Like, why did we have to like do the whole like? I'm like, I want to play some fucking floor hockey right now, but I have to learn about my urethra. Like, what's up with this? Like,
Yeah, it was awful.
yeah,
Bro.
it was terrible.
did
I
y'all
think
ever
that's
have
them
Mr.
like
Bonk?
saying like, look, we don't want to have to like do. Maybe they did all of health class for that month for everyone. Maybe and they're like, look, we don't want to have to like be in the gym and then do dodgeball and then go teach a class. So they're like,
True. No, what I'm saying is maybe they could have done it like once.
even though the kids have to, they didn't. They're like, eh.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all hear me?
They're
Yeah, I
like,
can
we don't want to have to change.
Oh, all right.
Like, well,
Yo,
you make all the kids change. It's like, yeah.
y'all ever had Mr. Bonk?
Yes, I remember I used to walk into his class and just go, do it again, bonk. Do it again. Do that and for no reason.
Bonk was
Ain't no
crazy,
way
bro.
he
Bonk
was not
was very.
tweaking. He was
Bonk was
fucking
lenient,
off
but
the
everyone
shit.
took too much advantage of it, I think.
He was like, you ever see him, bro? Like, he was
I had
fucking
him for a whole year,
wild.
bro. He passed me. What we shouldn't say is, well, all they know him as is Bonk. Whatever. No one. There's no verifying exactly who this is. But he just would pass everyone.
Allegedly, this was him.
Did I ever tell you when I turned in an assignment that on the top of? So basically, I like went over to Mawson. I'm like, yo, Mawson, do you do your work? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh no, it wasn't fucking who's. Mawson's the one who sent it to me, but it still had someone else's name on it. I think it was Rory.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think it still had Rory's name on it. So like we all turned in the same project, but like Mawson and like a few other people all got it, but like erased the name on the top and like typed in their name. But I didn't. So when I turned it in, he was like, "Oh, Rory McShane's project." So like we turned it in by email because you know it's like how you use computers. He wanted everyone to turn it in a way like where you learn something. So I turned in the email and he's like on the top it says Rory's project. And I'm like,
one of all of our mutual friends, who I'll say allegedly because this is just such a ridiculous story. He said he had to like go up to talk to him about his grade, and he was like, all right, so this is on a scale of 100. You have an 18 in my like he had an 18 for like he did the barest of minute like
all we ever did in computer class was play Bloons Tower Defense.
And that
or go around and fuck with everyone else's screensavers.
Dude.
Like I remember John Wilson.
Yes. Do you remember the era of like, because they were so
Computer
stupid.
class was basically a game of how many dicks you can get on your friend's screensaver so that when they log in the next time to computer class.
Pranks, dude. Oh my god. Dude, I remember doing that so much. Because they were idiots.
So bad.
They thought the privacy settings, they could just turn it off in the settings and we'd be like, oh, we won't figure that out. Like you just click.
We already knew so much more about computers than that class realized that we were just like fucking doing whatever the hell we wanted. We were just playing mad games. Yeah, it was all blocked, but we found out how to get through it.
Dude, I remember one time I got so good. I went to the bathroom and I was literally gone for 2 minutes, and I think it was like George or somebody that was sitting right next to me got right on. Just found like 2 dudes fucking hardcore. Like, put it right as my saver, and then hit the button real quick on the back to like make it go to sleep. So as soon as I sit down, dudes fucking right in front of me. Like,
I had like
shit, like
one time just all naked.
Dude, that was the best. I was
like, what the fuck, bro, John? Like I knew it was John because fucking someone told me it was him.
Dude, that was classic pranks. I remember that. Remember Balloon's tower defense? Like the wormhole that was like why everyone got like. That's why our friend got an 18 in our class because he was so.
Because everyone in the class was like supposed to be doing work, and we're all just like, you got to round 113.
Yo, I got something to say on the note.
Remember, we had a glitch in our class. Like we found out how to actually like do glitches in the game and shit because like we had played so much that people were like showing us like, yo, if there's a way you can get the ships on the land.
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that like amid COVID and everything like that didn't make like a huge comeback. You know what I mean? Like people just start doing balloons. Like imagine like
I remember
online.
the teacher one day though. Well, you know, we already said his name, but you know, whatever. He told us how to support music. Yeah. He like taught us in a way where he was telling us like how it's bad, but he like then just did a bunch of it. He's like,
wait, what did he do? What did he?
He was like telling us like how bad torrenting music is, but then immediately just did it on the school.
He just went right on the front and was like,
he's like, this is how easy it is. He like went on and he's like, I could just get every single song by Led Zeppelin in like 5 minutes, and he clicks on it and does it, and he's like, see, and then he plays the music. He's like, you see, and we're all just like, cool. We're all, you're just like, but this is illegal, and I'm like, okay, but then he says this is illegal, and it's like, wait, you just did it, so it's like,
yeah. It's just like he clicks off that, and like his whole desktop, it like still projecting on the screen, and it's just like White Stripes, Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, like all music, like different.
He basically just told us how to do it, and it's like, Mr. Bonk, we already do this all the time.
Yeah, he's like, what? What, you guys want to think you're bad boys, huh? Like, what? You're just going to go on the internet, like, look up some Why Don't You and I by Santana and just fucking take that from them? Leave them
then
starving.
Then he puts it on and plays it, and they're like, it's like, yeah, this is illegal.
Yeah. And just saying how good the song is. He's just like,
it's like that.
And I get together. And he's just, like, singing with that. Did Santana go on like a heavy run in like the late 90s with like pop rock? Like he went
did
like
that one song with the guy from 3 Doors Down, remember?
He did he did that. He did the song with Rob Thomas, the Smooth song. Yeah. Everyone knows that one.
That's the guy from that's not 3 Doors Down. What's his band?
Matchbox 20. Matchbox 20.
Yeah, he did not do a song with the guy from 3 Doors Down then.
No, but he did a song with Chad Kroeger from Nickelback, so it's kind of the same thing in a weird way. But like he could have done a song with the guy from 3 Doors Down if he did.
People are just like, we need a Spanish / jazz guitar. There you go.
It's just so nice. Like it's funny because whenever you hear him, you always know when it's his guitar, and then it's like. But then you just hear like the heavy fucking chords from like the other modern rock artists from like the late 90s, and then you just hear ding, 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 and you're like, oh, that's Santana. It's definitely him, you know.
I don't know why, because whenever something works, the record, they're just like, let's do it more. So it's just like he did that, and they were like, all right. You know, like Mike, it's similar to Michael McDonald did a spree of like vocal, like background vocals in the 70s. People were just like, we need him to do like, you sing something, and then he'll be like, oh, yeah. You know?
Yeah. Beautiful background vocalist, though. By the way, fucking my favorite video.
Wind, Christopher Cross. That's him in the background.
My favorite video we ever made was you doing the Michael McDonald I Keep Forgetting video in your room right there, actually.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we just went so 80s with it. It was so 80s. Like all the shots, the shot of you looking in the mirror, like while singing it, I was just like yeah, like when I edited it all together, I was like, yes, like that's the shit I'm hitting, like, you know.
Yo, there's something I want to talk about with y'all.
What do you got in your mind? What are you thinking about?
All right, man. I just can't hold on to it any longer.
Wait, hold on. This sounds like a Jordan hot take. Sponsored.
Yeah.
Altoid Cinnamon.
All right, I gotta get this off my chest. So when we buy boxes.
But wait, yo, hold on. I'm just trying to make you even more mad that you've been trying to get this off your chest.
Yeah. Like, are you like how pissed are you about this? Are you fucking pissed off, Jordan?
I'm bewildered.
Bewildered? Are you astonished right now?
Let us have it.
Yeah, drop it on us.
So when we be buying boxes and shit, you know how like there's like a little fucking it got like a little pee hole or something.
Right. Yeah. The window.
Yeah. They got a window. Why the fuck? Whenever I buy a pair of fucking boxers, does it come with a fucking pee hole? Because that's not what I'm buying it for. And then when I get the boxers, my fucking I just see that shit and I'm feeling like I'm not getting the full use out of my boxers because I don't.
George, that's so you can take a piss without pulling down your pants.
Yeah, but like, let's be honest. Like, are we really gonna go and fucking go through the effort of doing that when you can just slip that shit down and let that shit out? Nah, like fucking. Why am I gonna bother? Like, why even put that shit there? Like. Is it like a fucking? Do they throw it in there as like a gimme or like whatever? Because like I don't need that shit, and it's just there.
I don't know, man. When you're wearing like some fancy pants, like I remember at my sister's wedding, I was in tuxedo pants, and you do the whole zipper thing.
Okay.
You do the whole. And they don't want to make boxers that are like, oh, yeah, these are boxers for people who just pull their... Like, when you think about it, people are... How are they going to sell those? It's like, are they going to show, like, a guy, like, with, like, a censored, like, dick sticking out one day, like, walking around, like... It's like, oh, my God, it's, like, new, no slit in the underpants.
Well, like, I could make the counter...
Like, how are they going to market getting rid of the slit?
The boxer briefs don't have the slit though. I'm a fan of the boxer briefs. Like I like to keep it like the package all together up there. You know what I mean? Like a little toitness.
On a side note, do you remember that one day party at Kyle's house where George was in his boxers, but his dick kept coming out of his boxers?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can't get away from this fucking thing. I can't escape it.
But he was like about to
it's just fucking hanging there.
You remember this?
Wait. Both you were talking at the same time. Jordan, you go first. Then Wooly. Sorry.
Oh, bro, I can't fucking escape this shit. I can't escape the fucking hole, bro. The window. Like sometimes, like I be working and shit, and I'm like, damn, this shit fucking hurts. And then I take a look, and the shit's hanging out the pee hole, and I never did it in the first place.
Let me tell you guys a crazy story. I know, Wooly, I think you were mentioning the time it was a party at Kyle's house, and our friend George got really drunk, and his dick
was just fighting. The thing was, like, he was in a fight, like not like a fight, but like a seriously like violent argument with two drunk people. But like the whole time.
His dick was out. His dick was
No.
yes, yeah. It was just like out and chilling.
Well, like
He was
everyone, no one could really like stop. And that's actually, didn't that like end the fight? Like everyone was really mad. He was like yelling at somebody. He was like, "You want to fucking go? You want to fucking go?" And everyone's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" Everyone's like freaking out, and then everyone just started dying laughing because everyone like noticed it at the same time.
I think even he started like laughing. He just got so mad. He just looked down and went like,
yeah, like it diffused the entire situation.
That dick saved the night. That's what happened.
And then everyone just went back to chilling. Like everyone like stopped fighting.
I will say,
walking around the fucking locker room, and my best friend, we always fucking like linked up, and this nigga's just walking around with his shit hanging out, and I'm like, bro, you're fucking.
I don't know.
He didn't notice.
He didn't notice. He like, that's what I'm saying. These things are fucked up, bro. Like, you can't fucking.
So,
maybe I just put on pants. You know, I feel like that's an easy solution to all of this.
Dude, I will say I had a similar problem. This partially being my fault, and I will hold half accountability because I went to go take a pee and I forgot to zip the pants up, but I buttoned it back up. So I had a double slip through one day. It slipped through the boxer hole and slipped through like the little slit right there. So I'm in history class and I get up and I go to sharpen my pencil and I go to sit back down. And as I sit back down, I'm like, yo, why did like my dick get really cold right now? And I look out, it's out. It's like right there. I'm like, oh shit. I like fumble, I put it back together. Nobody notices that I know of. But like in the back of my mind, I'm like, somebody definitely saw the head of my dick right now. Somebody definitely saw that shit. Like, and I just like know that it's like somebody's just like, I remember seeing it. I remember seeing it, and like I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna bring it up right now. Like it's just gonna be nobody's issue. And it's just like it's the single most haunting thing that happened in my life. Like I literally, it's like a nightmare. I was in the front of my entire, because you know the pencil sharpener is up in the front. I'm up there. I'm doing the thing right there. I'm just like, and I walk
like,
yeah, and I have to walk back to my seat where I'm like across the room too, so I had a steady walk back too. So it's like one person had to have seen. If one person didn't, then it's just like insane. Like, so yeah, I guess that would be my beef with the boxer slit too.
Yeah, bro, I got nothing but beef for that shit.
I think the only way you get out of that situation is like straight up like your phone rings in that moment and it's fucking Morpheus from the Matrix and he's just straight up like, your dick is out right now. And it's like they're all looking towards you, but no one has seen it yet. Your teacher is going to move 3 steps to the left. If you go 4 steps to the right, turn left towards the door, and zip up your pants, no one will see your dick.
And then it's like I'm like 4 steps to the right, and I'm like just about to miss the clock, and then like Keanu Reeves comes out of nowhere and just like pushes my dick like back into my pants. Slides like back under the teacher's desk real quick, and like I'm good. Like,
damn, bro, that's fucking.
That's how we would do the Matrix. That's that's our Matrix right there.
That's how.
Hell yeah!
Wow.
So what? Anything else on your mind?
Like wearing the sunglasses for some. Like you look out the window of the door, and the janitor's got like the fucking FBI. Like the agent glasses.
Yeah. He just nods at me, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And he just...
I do got something on my mind. I do got something on my mind.
What else? So you just rock the boat on us, dude. You just rock the boat all day. Like slit boxers and whatnot.
Bro, this is like stuff I've been thinking about all week. So like, Santa Claus is coming to town, bro. Like, we got kids, we got families. This is on the freaking radio. He sees you when you're coming. Or he sees you when you're sleeping.
He sees you when you're
awake. He He knows when you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. I fucking shit, like, with the mindset I got now, I'm gonna be waiting under my chimney with a shotgun.
Can we circle back to that? You started that. He sees you when you're coming. Like, that's the fucking funniest part. Imagine that's like, bro. That's like the modified version of like parents of like kids who just can't stop jerking off, and it's just like he sees you when you're coming and he's gonna go blind. Like, don't knock that off. Don't lock the doors at night. Like,
someone's gonna say like that whole song is like communist propaganda to like make you prepared for government surveillance or something.
Well, I would counter that. There's probably like it's capitalist propaganda to just make you like fucking keep buying into the Santa Claus and just like buying more presents. You know what I mean? Like bigger Santa for the presents. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
If we're gonna get it,
getting on that Santa Claus shit.
Oh yeah.
Shit. I was thinking about. Cause like you know how like when you move down, like you hear Florida, you think like palm trees, the sun, Disney, right?
Yeah. I think like funds, lottery tickets, like Mountain Dew, whatnot. But you know, like
but in reality, you get down here, you get cockroaches, crackheads, fucking grills, 50,000 fucking pairs of black forces,
crackhead.
Oh yeah, bro. Crackheads everywhere. I seen and guns too. Fucking crackheads with guns too.
Oh yeah. But they don't. They just like throw them at you. Imagine.
Bro, I fucking drove down to the 7-Eleven, literally just bust the right, and fucking I fucking see this crackhead. He's just flashing his gun behind his back, walking down the street, just flashing his shit, bro. I was like, God damn, bro, I gotta hit you with my fucking car? Like, you better not point that shit at me, dog.
I do notice that, like, a lot of, like, episodes of Cops are, like, typically, like, probably in, like, Florida, New Jersey, like, the Midwest, like, the states where the people are the craziest, essentially.
It's the worst. Like, I'm actually about to go and get my concealed carry not too long from now. I got a list. I got my list, because when people moving like that down here, you can't protect yourself enough, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, just get boxers with the slit in it and just walk around with your dick out. Nobody will fuck with you, bro. Like, just the call back from the box.
Oh man, that's what I heard, you know, somebody like, you really don't want nobody to fuck with you, you just pull your shit out. Like, ain't nobody gonna fuck with the person with their fucking penis out. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god.
There's always, like, I would always see these, like, videos online of, like, guys about to get into fights. And then, like, the one guy just pulls his pants down. The other, and, like, 9 times out of 10, the other guy's just like, get the fuck out of here. Like, this guy's, like...
Nah, man, fucking... I mean, personally, that's nothing I would do, but fucking, like... I mean, to each his own, you know what I'm saying?
If it came down to it, though, like, someone, like, fucking... Like, Floyd Mayweather's about to kick your ass, Jordan. What are you gonna do?
Pull your pants down.
Kick my ass even more. I'm already gonna get my ass kicked. This Floyd Mayweather.
Well, what if, like, somebody doubled down, though? Like, what if somebody, like, one-upped you and, like, you pulled your pants down and he's like, okay, I'm gonna pull my pants down. And then all of a sudden you're just, like, both naked and it's like, what are we gonna do here, bud? What are we gonna do here, bud? You guys just, like...
That is, like, the point of no return. That is just... terrible.
That could start out as a typical. That could be a good skit. 2 guys about to fight, then one takes his shirt. You know, guys always take their shirt off when they're about to fight. Some guys.
Yeah.
It should be like the one guy takes his shirt off, and the other guy's just like takes his shirt off, and he's like, "Oh yeah," takes his shorts off too. But then the other guy's like, "Well, you know what?"
He's just taking his socks off at this point. They're taking the shoes and socks off too, like fucking like that.
They like throw their shoes at each other. They're like, "Come on, bro."
Oh man, it reminds me of when I went downtown in Orlando. I went downtown to get some pizza And fucking ironically, it's right next to the police station, but they don't give a fuck down there. First thing I do is I pull up there and I see a bouncer just kicking the crap out of somebody.
Oh my
so
god.
funny.
And then you're like, oh wait, that's not. Imagine it just wasn't the bouncer, just like a guy in front of the bar, just like saying he was the bouncer, just so you kick somebody's ass.
Yeah,
at that
bro,
point.
the fucking Fed just walks right past them, fucking doesn't even care. I'm just like trying to get some fucking pizza, man. Like, god damn.
Well, the guy was kicking the pizza guy's ass, so you couldn't get pizza. That's probably why.
Nah, bro, he was beating up a goon, bro. Downtown, it's crazy downtown, bro. It's so condensed, you know, it's like a little New York City in that area. So it's freaking like, it's wild, like fucking like Hellcats drifting around, Lamborghinis are all over there. It's crazy in downtown Orlando, bro.
I'm sure it is. It's the fucking magic play, dude. It's where the magic happens.
Bro, that's where the magic does happen because the Orlando Magic. Yes, you got that.
There we go.
That's a double win right there. Christ, bro. Oh man, I wish you guys could come out here, but like, it's just easier for me to come down to New Jersey.
Dude, we would totally love to come down to Orlando and we just fucking go like.
I think it's obvious we'd go to fucking Disney World.
Yeah, I guess we would go. World. But I would want to go to DreamWorks, dude, and I want to go chill in that Simpsons park. That's what I would want to do.
Oh, word.
Universal's got crazy shit.
For sure.
Yeah, Universal, go to the Simpsons park. We go to Moe's, drink a Duff beer, and fucking be like, we're finally in Springfield.
Universal's crazy, man. I remember when I went into Twister when I was a kid. Remember that movie Twister?
Dude, that's one of the best.
Yeah,
I do remember. Who's the lead in that again?
I don't fucking remember. He's that guy who also had that show where he's a Mormon with 3 wives.
Oh fuck! Oh man,
he was also in that movie with Tom Hanks where they like go to space and can't get back and shit.
Apollo 13. I actually brought up Apollo 13 the other night. Like, it's very funny. But
I remember the Twister ride, bro. That shit was cool.
You went to Universal Twister, right? Yeah, the cows flying and shit.
The cows just flies across the fucking shit. I want to go and do Revenge of the Mummy.
Men in Black was the shit too. You'd ride through this thing. This is like me going to Universal when I'm like 4, and it's like 1999.
Wow.
So, like, it was like Men in Black, and that's actually where I got Men in Black, the movie. Like I did the ride.
Men in Black. That's so fun. You do Shrek?
No, Shrek did not exist because it was 1999 still.
Oh,
that's just missed Shrek right there.
Yeah, bro. They added so much to the park, bro. You got to come back.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, we got to go at least get a day. Like, get a trip. We're going to make a bunch of skits, a bunch of content.
Oh, hell yeah. We definitely will. The Woolard Wallace Media Boys are going to hit Orlando. We're going to wear, like, those, like, wicker shoes and, like, those button-down shirts with the open chests and just hit the town. I just want to just straight up touristy, dude. Like, that's just what I want to look.
Oh, absolutely, bro. But don't drive like a tourist, because I was driving to work the other day, and I was going about 90 on I-4, and somebody almost hit my car. And you want to know what? It's real funny. Like, I will tell you now, like, if you witness me in the car when I get, like, cut off.
Wait, Jordan, hold on. You said you were going 90 on I-4 before saying someone almost hit your car. What is the speed limit of that road?
Oh, it's like 70.
Well, then.
Okay. That's not too far off from going like 80 and a 65 on the Parkway, so it's like not crazy. Like
on I-4, that's where you could go 100 on I-4 if you're in the right lane, like the best lane. But what's it called? The funny thing is, like, once that happened, like I had to do my little maneuver and whatnot. It was scary. I'm very thankful I didn't get in an accident. But
oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's crazy when you go around the country because for New Jersey, it's 65 is the highest you'll ever see. But like you go down south, there's some roads that'll just straight up say 80.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, and you're like, oh shit, like
I
just
rip, dude. That's like 80 miles an hour.
that's a rip. You know what I mean? Like when I'm going 80 on the Parkway, I'm like, all right, I'm fine. I'm keeping all the flow of traffic, but like I still feel like I'm gonna get pulled over, dude. Like, no.
Well,
Wait, circling back. Wooly, you saw Pig
Oh, Pig.
by
Didn't I
Nick
tell you
Cage?
this in the last cast to watch Pig? Oh no, we were talking about it after the cast. Yeah.
No, you were bringing it up. I still have yet to watch it. Like for the last cast we did.
Did you watch it, Jordan? Did you watch Pig?
I haven't gotten to watch it yet. I'm gonna watch it. It's
It
hard to
wasn't
watch
very
it.
good. I'm not trying to say this is a movie recommendation, but like definitely watch it just because it was like the most random fucking movie I've seen in a while. So it's Nicolas Cage, and like he's a truffle pig hunter in Oregon. For people who are not aware, the only state in this country where truffles are of like any value is Oregon. Otherwise, it's like in Europe and like Italy. So like there's guys who go around like Oregon like with pigs and dogs and like dig up these mushrooms. So like Nicolas Cage is doing that. That's how the movie opens, and he's got this pig. And it's just like a great like cinematic movie. They go find a truffle. Nicolas Cage is like, then like next scene, bro, bam, someone breaks through the door, beats the fucking shit out of Nicolas Cage, and what do? They steal his fucking truffle pig.
Oh, and you know he acted shit out of that scene. Like when he was getting his ass kicked, he was definitely getting his ass kicked. Like Nick Cage, he was probably like harder, but you know what I mean. I want to really.
And like I don't want to spoil much after that. Like I will say, like you eventually find out that he used to be like a top chef in Oregon, in Portland. In Portland, he was a top chef.
Oh, so they love those truffles up there, those hipster motherfuckers. You know they want the truffle and everything, dude.
No,
Like,
that's not really what it was about, I don't think. I think a lot. He actually addressed like hipstery kind of like dishes in one scene. Like there's a scene where a guy like cooks him something, and he actually like used to work for him, but the guy doesn't recognize him because he's like all like beat up. He also never showers in this movie, and he serves him something, and Nicolas Cage is like, "Is this the food you believe in? Like, is this the food like you want to cook?" And the guy's just like, it's really in right now. This is like what the people want. And Nicolas Cage is like, I remember when you worked for me, you said you were going to open a pub. He's like, why didn't you open your pub? And the guy's just like, the people around here, they want something fresh, something different. He's like, why didn't you open your pub? And eventually it like breaks him down, and he just starts like crying. It's almost like fucking Good Will Hunting when he's like, it's not your fault. But like,
yeah.
he's like, you should open
your pub. Why'd you?
And this guy just breaks down.
God.
Because he's cooking food that looks terrible, but it's like, he's like beef with a raspberry smoked fucking thing, and it's like looks awful.
Oh yeah, it's probably just like not
it's
anything.
Just yuppie as fuck.
He's like, I just got my ass kicked. You have like a cheeseburger or something like that,
He's like, why didn't you open your pub? That shit was hilarious.
He's like, give me the beer.
Keep in mind, this movie's not a comedy. It's a very serious drama, but it's also like, it's worth watching. And the side character he's with is also just like this. He's basically, like a yuppie kid who's like dad's worth a bunch of money. You end up finding out that like, well, actually, no, I won't spoil that. But his dad, I'll just say this, the kid's dad is also like into like the truffle trade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this kid just really cares about the pig, I guess, so.
And that kind of shit's based off real events. Like, people steal people's pigs over. There's been a lot of violent crimes.
That's crazy.
Over, like, contested lands and shit. Like, people saying that you're digging my land and they'll, like, kill you.
We got to check that out.
I bet it gets competitive.
I'm staying as far away from that as I can. I mean, the movie, yes, but, like, actual Oregon and whatever the hell's going on over there, fuck that.
Yeah,
I'm going to say
all that.
When we all get together, we're going to go hit fucking Universal. We're going to go to Moe's, get real tuned up, come back, content idea. We'll do a drunk commentary on Pig and like watch. We'll like green screen ourselves in there and just watch, just like do a commentary over it.
Oh, I'm down.
I am down, especially for the Moe's. You guys like Moe's?
No, not Moe's the burrito place. Like Moe's Tavern from fucking The Simpsons. We're gonna go to Universal Springfield World.
You can actually drink at Moe's now. There is a bar that's
in The Simpsons.
Really?
Yeah, they have the bar from The Simpsons. Yeah. You can like go there and drink, and it's like a really, really like it looks like you're in The Simpsons, and you can drink beer.
Go there.
They have like porcelain figures like around the town. It's like a whole little Springfield they make essentially. All right.
And the best part is you can go drink at Moe's. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So it's about that time. It's been an hour in. I guess we're up at final grabs, final rips, like final thoughts. Like, so what do we go? Went over each other's Christmas. We talked a little, like old movies. We talked some Christmas movies and whatnot. I'm going to apologize for spoiling Year Without a Santa Claus for you. Basically just blatantly, like open it up. We talked about the split in the boxers, Jordan's beef right there, my pee coming out at one point in my life. What else did we talk about?
The Christmas songs.
Yeah, we brought up Christmas songs. Yeah.
Bad driving.
We
talked about Orlando.
Pig. All right, boys. Are we all packed up?
Packing right.
Yeah. Oh, man. We just stay packing, dude. GRAVCast 5. 5 fast, 5 furious.
Gotta stay packed.